Hello boys and girls, I'm going to teach you how to fold a crane today. It's RiceChrispy Draws. I know we're a drawing channel here, but I'm going to teach you some origami, teach you something a little different. And I learned origami, at least the majority of my origami, from this specific book, the Origami Handbook. This is a fantastic book for beginners and intermediate and even advanced, I'd say. This was originally my aunt's. She gave it to me. I really much appreciate it. I put it through the ringer. As you can see, it's been used. But one fun fact about the crane is that if you fold 1,000 cranes, you get one wish. So if you were to fold 1,000 cranes, what would your one wish be? Comment that down below. So for materials, all we need is a square piece of paper. You can go to the hobby store or your stationery section or office. You can get these beautiful origami paper like this. It costs around $5–10. This one has 200 sheets. But for sake of clarity, and if you don't have these materials, I'm going to start out with just a regular piece of printer paper. Here in the States, this is an 8.5 inch by 11 inch paper. And I'm going to show you how to make a square. So to make a square, you're going to make this top side flush to the left or right side. This is going to make a perfect square. And you really have to be precise in your folds. Also for the tutorial, it's going to be easier for me to show you the creases with this blank white piece of paper. So make sure it's flush. See how when I uncrease it, you can see that direct crease right there. It is flush right there. So now we're going to take the bottom portion here. This is our square. We need to cut it. You fold it up and you want to make it flush to the bottom part. Okay, it's rounded here, but when I fold it, I smoothly push it up, make sure it is not curling, and flush to it. Okay, crease it multiple times. See on the other side, you can check. That is a nice, clean, crisp fold. You can unfold it. So now this is our square. You can take a piece of scissors and cut it out yourself, but I'm going to show you a trick my mom told me when I was a kid. So what you want to do is take your two fingers, your index and your thumb. You're going to run it across the crease. You're going to literally pinch it together like this, real tight. You want to hear this sound. What that does is makes the fibers all aligned to that one point. Makes it weaker to cut at a certain point. You're going to get the other side here. You can tell because the edges are a little crimped. That's how you know it's ready. And now we're going to go down here. Be real careful. We're going to split the page. Okay, split the page right here. Go real careful. Just do a little tear and believe that you're going to tear this apart. Okay, you're going to pull away from it. And that pre-fold, that crease we did, will do the work. You don't want to be don't be too fast. Be nice and gentle. And that crease there will give us that perfect square that we need. So this you can recycle, toss it out. So now that we got our square, we're ready to go. So the way I learned from the book is called a preliminary base. If you were to use the same book or not the same book I did, it's going to be the same sequence of steps. So we actually do need this diagonal fold. Oh, come on, camera, focus. So we got half of the work done to the preliminary base. So we're going to do the same side, the same thing on the other side. So you want the fold towards you, okay? And we're going to connect the other corners, and you want the fold towards you. This is what's called a valley fold. Okay, you're matching up the corners so it's flush, and since it's a square, you can just press it very firm and know that it is a tight angle. So now that we got an X here, okay, we're gonna flip over the page. This is important for the pre-crease. This is our pre-crease step to get to the final product. Technical difficulties. My camera was acting weird, so I had to restart the camera. So anyway, now that we have this X here, we're gonna do a a plus sign. So you're gonna do a hamburger fold. So you're gonna make this top side parallel to this bottom side here. Okay, make sure the corners are touching and are flush. That's how you know it is going to be a perfect half fold. Okay, once you've done that, unfold it, and we're going to rotate 90 degrees, repeat it on the other side. Make sure this top side is touching the bottom. Make sure the corners are flush so that you know it's a straight fold. Alright, so there we go. Now we can unfold it. Now we're going to go to our preliminary fold. These were pre-creases to get to the next step. So we're going to fold in half again, hot dog way. Come on, camera, focus. Why are you fighting with the camera? Okay. There we go. So you can see that it wants to fold into this square here. So we're going to push these in, and then you're going to flatten the base. So now we have the square. Alright, so I'm going to do that again. Show that to you again. So two sides folded together, push it in to the points, and then you lay it flat, crease it. So this is what's called our preliminary base, and it's going to help us get to the next step. It's going to be the bird base next. So I want you to turn and rotate to make sure that the opening, the 4 points, is pointing towards you, and the non-opening is pointing away. So with this center crease line here, we recrease it so that you can see it easier. We're going to fold this bottom side to the halfway point. It's going to create a perfect half angle here, and then you're going to repeat it on the other side. So bring it to the center line. Alright. Cool. And then now we're going to fold this top triangle here over, and you want it flush. You can make sure that it's flush and perfectly angled. With this crease here, the crease in the center of the other side is going to match, be parallel, straight down the center of that. So these are all pre-creases to the next one, which is called a squash fold technique. You're going to unfold it, okay, and then it's called a squash fold because you squash it down. You gotta squash the beef.
There's a lot of goofies with the check.
He doesn't squash the beef, especially if your name is Aubrey Grant. Anyway, open up from the bottom, okay, and you see this crease. I said curve. Crease here. We're gonna follow that crease and fold over. Just gonna make that to a nice one, and we're gonna squash it down. Okay. We'll do that one more time. So lift up the side that's pointing towards you to that pre-crease line. Okay. See that line, the crease on the left side? Flatten that and squash it. On the same side, do the same. On the other side, I mean. So squash the beef, right? I'm gonna repeat that on the opposite side. So that would be a third example for you to follow. So once again, the center line here, if you can see center line, move the sides into the center. It's going to create this diamond here. Repeat on the other side, bring it to the center. Alright, so you can see the center over here. And just like the other side, we're going to flip the top triangle over, just to help us with the squash.
Just big me.
Now open this top part up and unfold everything. And from this point, we're going to do that squash fold again. So we're going to slowly open it from that top position and squash the beef. Okay. Don't pull a kung fu camera.
Always a lame.
All right. So now this is our bird base, and we are about 60% done with the crane. So I know it's a bit hard, but the crane is a great beginner model because it teaches you a lot of necessary folds to get into more advanced origami models. So with the flaps up, you want to make sure this middle section is away from your body. So you open the center, you can see that triangle or pyramid, that is away from us. That's what we want. So from here, we're going to fold the bottom half to the center, just like we did to get to the bird base. So what I recommend though, instead of giving flush to the center, you want to leave a little bit of room. Helps it for the next fold, which is a reverse fold. So I'm going to give a little bit of room. Okay. All right. See how I just gave a little bit of leeway. All right. See that? Repeat on the other side. Just play by eye. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, it's just paper, man. Okay. See how I gave that little room there? And we're gonna repeat it on the other side. So flip it, and we're gonna use this as our reference. So no longer do you have to measure it towards the center. We're gonna make that flush. So you see how I fold over, and now I'm using my other fold on the other side as my reference. I'm gonna try and make that as parallel as possible. Okay. There we go. And go to the other side, repeat. Do your best. Okay, if it's a little off center. It's okay if it's a little flaring out at the bottom too. So now we're gonna form the tail and the head. We're gonna do a pre-crease with using this measurement here. This, see that crease right there? We're gonna use that as our reference of angle. And some people like to do it up here. See that top angle right there? People like to make that parallel with that. I usually go for the bottom one. So we're gonna make this center parallel to this line, as you can see. Do the same on the other side. Okay. And this is probably the hardest part of the model. I'm gonna unfold this, and just for ease of beginners, we're gonna flip it over, repeat it on the other side here. This will help you in your reverse fold. So now the hard part. Now that we got our pre-creases set, we're gonna do the reverse fold. It's gonna boggle your mind for a bit like it did the first time for me, but like this is another essential fold for more advanced origami models. So for reverse fold, we're gonna open up this pocket section here. Okay, and then we're gonna what's called a reverse fold. Push it in, and it's gonna collapse. Close it, and you're gonna use those pre-creases as a guide. Okay, so one more time. I'm gonna do that slower. So we see our pre-creases. This is our pocket. We're gonna reverse fold it into the pocket. So fold it up here. See how the crease goes here. Okay, and now how it wants to fold. So then you sandwich it together. And when you sandwich it, that's when it goes in. I'll do it real slow on the other side. So open up the pocket. Whoop. Then just slowly push it in for that reverse fold. And I'll do it one more time on this side. Okay, so start pre-crease, open up the fold or pocket, and then just do a little push, and you'll see that it naturally wants to collapse, and that's what we want. And you might have to adjust it, because doing that is a little inaccurate sometimes. You have to really adjust the end result. So now we got to choose which side the head. You can choose either side, but I'm going to choose the right side because I'm right-handed. And just play it by eye. You can angle it down here or whatever you would like to do. And we're going to do that same reverse fold. So open up from the inside and just push it down like that. See how it's parallel and beautiful like that? That's how we want it. I'll do it one more time. So you got your pre-crease here. Open it up, undo it, open where it will go, and push it down. Then you can close it completely. So now it's stable. So now you can do the wings. I'll show you two ways. I personally like to do it like this. You fold down the wings to the point where that triangle stops, and you're going to do it flush like that. Flip it over and repeat it on the other side. And then you can adjust the wings up here, and there you go, you got a crane. Some people like to open up the base like this. You gently push it open like this. You can see the paper wants to stretch. And I don't really like doing this because it gives you inconsistent results, as you can see. But it is totally up to you on what you want to do. So yeah, that is the crane. Very simple. You can fold 1,000 and get a wish, or so the legend says. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you made it past this far of the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. There's going to be more tutorials coming up. Thank you for watching. You guys have a lovely day.